How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode in the Pentagon Challenge series here on Football Manager 2020. Hope you guys are doing well and keeping safe and sound. Today we've got another update. It's going to be the update of the 38-39 season. I think it's season 20 or 21. Still with Inter Milan. As always, guys, you guys know that this is available to watch on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming most mornings at the moment. Twitch.tv/Dave as a party. A link is in the description down below. If you're milling around in the mornings, whether you're working from home, whether you're just chilling out, be sure to come and check it out and watch the Pentagon Challenge live, as we're still hoping to get that final Champions League. We're going to be moving on today, as you can see on the screen. Unfortunately, we haven't got a match today. It's just going to be another review season. But let's kick off with the transfers. See the players that we brought in. We needed, obviously, to strengthen in certain areas and so on. And these are the players that we have bought in. In terms of first team transfers, the first one is Aiton Phil's aim. It's 91 million, but that's including a lot of clauses. It's not actually 91 million up front. We've got a lot of room for manoeuvre on that front. So he had a full season with us for the first time. Fantastic centre back. Physically, he's fantastic. Mentally, he's got great mental attributes, and as a defender, great heading, great marking, fantastic tackling. Just 24 years of age, he's a fantastic player, and someone that I was really happy to bring in. A really good footballer. Next up was Pepe Nikumans. Of course, you guys remember Topolkovic was an absolute bagsman. I felt we needed some more firepower, so we brought this guy in. Pepe Nikumans, Austrian striker, fantastic technicals, fantastic mentals, fantastic physicals again. Really good footballer. We will look at more about him shortly. But we signed him up from Lyon for about 58 million. Again, with a lot of clauses involved there. And a backup player which came in on loan, Italian winger Mourinho, came in from Sheffield United on loan as a backup for Peter Harper and did actually pretty well. Scored a couple of crucial goals and ended up being a decent player for us, especially on a loan deal. In terms of outs this season, we sold £35.5 million worth of players. The first one being Daniel Pedrotto went to Burnley for £30 million. He was a backup centre-back. Very rarely, if ever, played for me. So that was a good sale. Good sale for us, as you can see, in terms of a comparison between him and Phil's aim. Phil's aim is such a better defender, really. Federico Foffi and just some other backup players ended up leaving the club for smaller fees. In terms of players that went out on a free, Yusuf Balabi, who's arguably one of our best players, finally moved on to go to PSG. Obviously, we knew that in the last video. And then a couple of players leaving out on loan as well. In terms of competitions this season, as you can see, we have lifted the title again. We will be talking about Mr. Topolkovic and that goal scoring record in a minute as well. Plus 59, 86 points in the end, 27 wins to 6 defeats. So more defeats than last season, but less draws. So we weren't too far off our points tally. Unfortunately, losing out in the Champions League in the quarterfinal yet again to Liverpool, who beat us, of course, last season as well. Italian Cup, we finished in the quarterfinal. We were knocked out by Napoli, and then we ended up winning the Super Cup. So, top four finished Inter, Fiorentina, Lazio, Napoli. Teams that went down were Bologna, Spal and Brescia. Yeah, disappointed in the Champions League. Let's go on to the schedule. Let's talk about the fixtures and results really a little bit more. Let's start off with the Champions League, to be honest, because it was such a frustrating competition for me. As you can see, we had a really weird group stage. We had Famalicão, Atletico Madrid, and RB Salzburg. We only got one win. The rest were draws. The one win was a big one against Salzburg. A 5-0 win to Topolkovic scoring twice. Lazzaretti scoring as well. But we didn't lose, but we got 5 draws, which is a little bit of a cause for concern. We then played Barcelona. We beat them 2-0 in the home leg. Luis Fernando and Topolkovic scoring. We then lost 4-3. What a game this was on stream. Guys, these are the type of games that you need to check out live. Twitch.tv/Dave as a party. This was a ridiculous game. They took the lead. Well, they were actually 3-0 up. You can imagine when I was 2-0 up on aggregate, I was thinking, and they hadn't got an away goal. They were 3-0 up. We managed to fight back, got a couple of goals, and in the end, they did beat us 4-3 on the day, but of course, we went through on aggregate 5-4, which was massive. Against Liverpool, away leg, we lost in the first leg, 1-0. We missed some golden opportunities. It was really disappointing. And then we drew the home leg. Really, really annoying game of football. We knew, of course, they got that quite early goal right after we went 1-0 up as well. So it made the game really, really difficult for us. But unfortunately, yeah, getting knocked out again against Liverpool, who, believe it or not, lost the final in the end to Lazio, who are a fellow Italian side. But really, really frustrating competition again. And especially after all the emotion from that game against Barcelona, this game was really, really frustrating to manage, really. In terms of the league, though, we had a good run. We had a really solid end towards the end of the season. Massive results in there. We beat Atalanta 8-0 to Porkovic scoring twice. Kulemans, a new man, scoring 4 in that game as well. We started off the season with some good wins as well. A 6-2 there to Porkovic scoring. To Lechia scoring a hat-trick. It did feature a 4-0 defeat to Napoli, though. We had a couple of injuries in this game. That didn't really go to plan. We got 2 big defeats against Napoli and Lazio. And this sort of triggered a formation change going on from here, really. The new formation now that we play in is thanks to a very good friend of mine, Friday Night FM. You guys may know of him. He's been on the channel before. He said, why don't you give this tactic a try? Why don't you try this tactic? And that's what we went with. He used this tactic with his PSV team. So I've given it a go with the Inter team just to see what it's like, how it works and so on. And it's fantastic in the match engine to watch. With us obviously signing Kulemans as well, we've got the firepower to Porkovic and Kulemans now up front. Kulemans is a great pressing forward to Porkovic, a fantastic advance forward. Of course, we've seen a little bit more of Peter Harper and so on there. So it's a really, really powerful tactic. It's something that I really enjoy watching. The one thing that we do have to watch is obviously those strong teams like Liverpool, the teams that can attack you down the wings. We have to suss out how can we stop them from doing that and how can we stop them from creating good opportunities against us. In terms of the squad, though, to Porkovic, as I say, had an unbelievable season. 46 goals in 45 games in all competitions. 38 goals in 34 in the league. He was unbelievable. £90 million, of course, we spent last season on him. And as you can see there, a ridiculous goal rate. He actually got better average rating last season, believe it or not. This season, there was times where he was just a little bit inconsistent, as if, you're looking at those big games against Liverpool, you just want him to turn up, and it wasn't quite happening. But a really, really, really impressive season by him. Kulemans, the new guy as well, came in, and 11 goals in 16 games for him as a pressing forward as well. I think is fantastic. A really, really good return. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those two can combine next season and hopefully push us towards the next Champions League. Lazzaretti, as a backup striker as well, guys, was very, very good in terms of, he only started 8 games, but still grabbed 10 goals. And his goals to minute ratio in the league at 105 minutes is not too bad at all. A really, really decent and capable backup player for us. The issue this season, though, is a lot of players are retiring. 2 goalkeepers set to retire. Okocha, Di Benedetto, Luis Fernando. A lot of players set to retire. And that is going to be... And I think Batista goes on to retire as well. So there's a lot of players looking to retire. However, that will save and bring in a lot more money for the wages. So that's something we can look at. The squad is big. There have been players that haven't really played a certain amount of games. So that could free us up and start something fresh maybe for the next season. Manager performance, it's a C+ at the moment. I think that's happy enough with what's going on, but they're disappointed with the Champions League, rightly so, and a couple of defeats as well in the league. The squad is good, though. The squad is great. Of course, I was really wound up after that game against Liverpool. Should I leave? Should I, look for another team? But at the moment, I'm content with how things are going. The balance of the squad at the moment is disastrous at minus 81 million. But I know a lot of money is going to come in from the league. I've got a couple of players that I may look to sell as well, just to bring in some extra funds. But yeah, that tactic is great to use. I think with the right transfer window, guys, if we could strengthen this team next week, could be the one. I know I've probably said that for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's starting to go on a little bit longer. We're 20 years in now. Bang on, 20 years into the save. So we need to try and push and try and get a Champions League sooner rather than later. I think a Champions League every 5 years. No, every 4 years, wouldn't it? That would be. I think a Champions League every 4 years is a very, very good accomplishment. So if we can do it next year, I think that would be very, very good for us. But as I say, twitch.tv/DavidTheParty, guys. Be sure to check it out this week, every morning. If you don't follow me on Twitter, that's twitter.com/DavidTheParty as well. And you'll get updates on when we're going to go live and stuff like that as well. But guys, As always, I really appreciate the support. As soon as this is done, we'll be back to really regular YouTube uploads. Be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully I'll see some of you in the stream, and until next time, I'll see you all very soon.